Hello, my very dear Aries. This is your reading for the week of December 29th, or when it resonates, if it ever does, and it won't be for all of you. Likewise, it could also be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, a lot of Aries in your chart. This is interesting because the first thing that I see with you when I ask Spirit, okay, what do you want to offer Aries today? I see you with a little bluebird on your finger. And then I look, and the image got a quality of happiness, lightheartedness, blue skies, right? The bluebird of happiness. It's got that quality to it where everything is light and fluffy. And yet the cards that I pull, the first card that comes out is chaos. And as I checked in with the energy of this is what I got. Pisces, sorry, not Pisces. I just finished doing Pisces. Aries, what I'm getting with you is this. It feels to me as though some of you now are on the verge of making big changes. You may not even really know exactly what the big changes are, but it feels to me as though in some part of your life that for a long time has been very stable, there is an energy of movement and of change that is as yet undefined to you. And it might be creating a certain amount of chaos, or it might be suggesting that chaos is coming. You also have the Quantum Leap of Faith card and the Breathe card. When I bring it back with this first image that was so strong that they gave me, it goes like this. In chaos, the goal is to keep your eye on what it is you would like, how you want the situation to resolve. Because chaos actually comes when there's breakdowns of systems and the regulation is gone. So all of that energy is freed up. On a metaphysical level, it is by keeping your eye focused, by having a quantum leap of faith, by breathing and staying centered and grounded within the context of what it is you would like. You get to harness all of that energy that is released in a chaotic situation and channel it towards where you would like this energy to move. It's now been released from whatever situation was stagnant, stuck, stable, and now it's moving. You get to decide how it moves. Now, of course, not for everybody, but this is the other interesting thing that was really important they wanted me to say, which is this. Specifically for you right now, what they're saying is this. When there is a breakdown in one part, in one aspect of what your structure is, it never remains just, the change never remains just in that area. What it does is it allows for the entire structure to change. And that means you in any other place within your structure. This is where the bluebird and the blue sky comes in. Because what you're being told, Aries, is now is the time for you to be able to really, really genuinely step back and say, what's going to make me happy? What would a blue sky life look like for me? Maybe it's being able to retire. Maybe it's pursuing a profession or a line of studies that you've always wanted that you've never done. Maybe it's finally getting your finances in order in a way that suits you and not the rest of your family, but really suits you because this is what makes you feel confident, safe, affluent, whatever it is. It really doesn't matter what the actual thing is you're in the process of changing. What matters is you realizing that as one thing changes, it gives you the freedom to look at wherever else this is reverberating. So for example, if you are taking care of, well, let's say you're taking care of your grandkids. And now all of a sudden the job related to that family is disrupted, and so it means that there's going to be a move somewhere else. Okay, well, once you get over not being able to be around the grandkids, is that all right? Yes, it is. Now, what does that mean? Oh gosh, all of a sudden what that means for me is all of a sudden now I'm reclaiming back how many hours in a week that I used to dedicate to the grandchildren. Okay, Well, now what do I want to do? Do I want to spend more time with my partner? Do I want to, gosh, I could go on that vacation I've always been wanting to go on? Or, no, now what this means is my role gets to change completely from the view of this immediate caretaker. And now, how do I see myself? You know what? Maybe I'm going to write that novel I always wanted to write. And I'm actually going to take my time and dedicate myself to doing it. Because I don't have to take care of the grandkids because they're in another town now. So I can actually say I'm going to take the first 3 hours of every day and write that book, right? And it could happen in so many different ways. But what the point is you're getting a chance to look at your life now. When chaos creeps in somewhere, you get to look at your life and say, okay, now, how am I going to reorganize this? And how do I want to feel in it? And taking a chance, quantum leap of faith, beyond logical expectation, beyond the linear projection of our minds, there is a place of free fall. Here you trust that what feels like leaping into the unknown void is really sailing on the winds of the infinite, unlimited benevolence, which will guide you wisely to your best and most graceful landing. I see freedom for you, Aries. It's for you to see it. It's for you to define how you'd like to use it in a new way, rather than just repeating old patterns. So breathe. Stay in touch with your feelings. And if you're experiencing an emotion, take time to breathe a few times and notice how that feeling changes and see where that wants to guide you and take you. But you can trust that if there is chaos, it is creating potential for great liberation and great expansion for you, Aries. Okay? My dears, I leave you with that. Take care.